vlog, I'm talking about Unit 1 Apes test and the questions that I missed and the concepts I didn't understand. The other question I got was which one scientists or environmentalists be least likely to study. I chose the one with the x-rays to be black holes, but now my understanding is actually black holes is actually like astronomers and people going in space, and like black holes have nothing to do with the environment. So like next time I'm gonna be more careful and read it, because like all the other ones are about like environmental stuff like outside, and the black holes is like stuff in space. So one of the questions I got wrong was what is an independent variable. So my understanding now, an independent variable is something that doesn't depend on something. So the example was I got was the dog food and what type of dog breed they are, and also what they're looking for to see if the difference in food they got would make him healthy or not. And I got it wrong because I chose the dog breed was mattered, but the dog breed doesn't really matter. It's just what the type of food it was. So the food given to the dogs does not depend on the dog breeds. So that therefore the food's an independent variable. So another question I got wrong was about I have another variable question, and this problem I didn't realize it, or I didn't like read it enough. They had too many variables and not enough replicates of it, which meaning like you need more than one thing to test of the same thing to have a true test. So you can't just give it to one dog and expect to get a test out of it, because you're not gonna like, oh, well, dog B doesn't get it, but if you need dog B, C, and D to do it. But like the question like a dry food and a wet food, but you need more than one of each dog to actually do a real test, because two dogs are not enough of a different kind of test. And yeah, so you need, so if like you need either dry food and dog food, you need at least maybe 3 dogs for each one to make it a more accurate test, because you need more variables with the replicates. So a paradigm shift is something that experimental practice in a scientific like aspect, and something that would cause to change it is something like heat or something in the environment that like we can't control. For example, so, like heat, like we can't control it getting hotter or like colder, so it's like the weather or like stuff like that. So what an observation is something you look over, like an experiment or like something that's happening and taking notes. You're like observing it and all that. And what a predicts is something predicting something's gonna happen. So like I predict A is gonna do this and B is gonna do that. For example, a hypothesis is a statement which you're gonna do before you experiment. So like I hypothesize A, B, C, D. If you want to like show good like two quantified variables, a good thing to use is a data table. A data table is good because it shows you can able to analyze and compare everything in one little chart versus a pie chart and other things. It's not so well. Like a bar graph won't be good because you see like boop boop boop. But like a data table shows you like the different points and all that. And like all over the world, not just the United States, don't use our resources very well. Like we're not very environmentally friendly, so to speak. Like we all use between 2.2 and 2.7 Earth, which is not okay. Like we only have one Earth, so like as a whole, we need to like come together and like somehow use our resources. We not drive as much or grow more plants and all that fun stuff. This footprint usually like it's usually like 1.2 or something, but it's one. But like the U.S. uses 2.7 Earth, which is not okay. I feel like we need to change this by like not doing so many unenvironmental friendly things, like driving, or like we should walk more to places, or we should plant more, and then buy like meats and all that. See what sustainability is, the process of changing something and able to keep it in a balanced fashion. So like changing A to B, but keep it maintained at B. Another question that I got wrong was how to find the atomic mass number. But now my understanding to find the atomic mass number is the number of protons and the number of neutrons. So if you know the number of protons and you know the number of neutrons, you can find the atomic mass number. Hi, so another question I got wrong, a concept I didn't understand, what proteins help do. So the question was like, oh, like if the child was malnourished and how did he get red hair? It's because the proteins help him get red hair. So proteins help with your muscles, your hair, and anything about growth. Oxygen is not a compound for many reasons, because oxygen is in the air and the atmosphere, atmosphere, it's a molecule that has bonds, and it's not a compound because it's only made of one element. So like a compound is made of two or more elements. So like H2O is a compound, for example, because it's hydrogen and oxygen. Yeah. So how the pH scale works, it can be kind of confusing sometimes. So, but like one question was, is pH of 7, pH of 5, how much greater is it than pH of 7? It will be 100 times greater for this reason, because like each time you go up a number, it's times 10. So if you want to do how much is pH of 5 greater than pH of 6, it'd be times 10, and I use times 10 again. So yeah, the 1 through 5 is acidic, and then like 6 through 8 is like basic, neutral, and then 7 above is basic. Use energy processed by another object because of its position to something else. It's a stress on itself and its electric charge and other factors and all that. The plants create the majority of oxygen and what we breathe through. That's how oxygen is formed. And how plants do that is a process called photosynthesis, in which carbon dioxide and the light and water and all create and release oxygen into the air. Volcano eruption occurs when a molten rock and ash seem to and vent through the Earth's crust. That's how a volcano eruption happens. So the earthquake in Haiti and the earthquake in Japan, the reason why the earthquake in Haiti was worse than the earthquake in Japan, because Japan has higher building stricter codes, so the buildings are like safer, are like built for earthquakes, so they won't destroy as much as when we're Haiti, when like destroyed everything. So the reason why both ends of the water molecule are both positive and then the middle is negative, because oxygen has a greater pull on the electrons, so they're more attractive to it. Temperature changes when it absorbs heat or releases it. Throughout hydrogen bonding among other water molecules. So the enzyme is produced by a living organism, which acts like a catalyst, and is specific chemical reaction. So a mass number, which is a whole number with protons and neutrons, atomic nucleus. Lipids are a class of lipids, are a major component of the cell membrane. Also form lipid layers from the characteristics, and the structure of it is usually composed of two fatty cells. One of the reactions that forms up a cell respiration is sugar, oxygen, then the water, carbon dioxide, and energy. The lithosphere is in the Earth's outermost part of the Earth, uppermost part of the Earth. It contains rocks in the crust, and that's what makes up the upper mantle. The lithosphere also consists of the continental crust and the oceanic crust. It's the uppermost area of the Earth. The ice is one of the three most important rocks. The igneous rock is formed with the cooling and solidification of lava, so it can be part of magma as well. So mass wasting is the flow of stuff moving down, for example, rocks, solids, dirt. Amount on that, there's different kinds, just falls, slides, follows, and all that. It's just everything moving down or getting like destroyed, or like all the land moving. So the Ring of Fire is a ring of volcanoes around the Pacific Ocean and placed beneath the continental plates. Fire is around the Pacific Ocean because it's around subduction zones. So what natural resources are characteristics that we couldn't exist without in humankind. It means humankind had nothing to do with it, such as like magnetic, gravity, gravitational, electrical, and all that, or like anything that's natural or like grown on its own, not man-made. Control experiment, everything has to be the same, and if nothing can change, or else the control experiment will not be the same. It won't give you accurate results or the results you were looking for. So make sure, like, for example, control experiment, like, I keep testing dog food. Like, I have 5 dogs, and I want to give them the same food every day, see what result, like, works the same, but then you throw a cat in there. That's, like, nothing to do with it. So, yeah. So that concludes my vlog and my better understanding of Unit 1A.